Okay, welcome back to another video. Happy Tuesday. We have my friend Farm and I don't know if his username Candy Sweet 000000000000000. Okay. So we already went over all three all of the powers for this game. But I didn't rank them, so I'm going to rank the three best powers and then the worst power in this game. So, starting off, we're going to start with defensive power. The best power for defensive is definitely Pyrokinesis. So, it doesn't really attack very well, but, so, if I just click here, see that doesn't do a ton of damage, but I can do force disc, which is that, and I can do, no, you cannot charge it. Oh, that is my friend, by the way. That is Farm over there. And then, no, they can actually. And then this is the force wall. I don't know if they can or can't. Okay, but for defensive, it's pretty weak on the offensive side, but for defensive, you have the force field for the individual player, and it gets, I did not know this, it gets bigger and stronger the more that you're in, the higher level you are. See, like, if I was level 1 right now, it would be much faster to break this, and it would also be much smaller. And then you also have force surround, so can you come over here next time? And then it does this, so it puts them in a bulb, and people can also attack that. And it's basically the same as force field, just for other people, and they can't move around in it. And then it has force lift, which is just kind of flying. So that's why I think it's like the best for offensive, because of the force field. It's probably the best force field. Oh yeah, defensive. Because you can do the force, you can fly, you can trap other people, and you can trap yourself. So that's why it's really useful. So for offensive, for fighting, I think Ice Shard, or not Ice Shard, sorry. Pyrokinesis is the better one, because it does quite a bit of damage. So here's Ice Shard. Yeah, you can actually charge this. See, as it gets bigger there, it gets really big. It gets really big. So I'm kind of just carrying like a kryptonite carrot now. And then that did quite a bit of damage. Okay, but then it can also do Ice Crush, which it's quite, yeah. So it freezes them. And then there's Ice Glide, which also, it transports you around the map super fast and barely takes up any stamina. It's like really fast. And then there's Ice Wall. So that just is kind of a defensive move right there. Yeah, if you keep clicking on it, it will get bigger. I showed this in my tips video from a few days ago. It can actually get really big. Although the only issue is that it's kind of pointless, because you can just like walk around it or jump over it. Right. Or, I mean, if you have Electrokinesis and if somebody's fighting against, if you're fighting somebody with Electrokinesis that's useless, so they can just zap right behind you, or portals. But yeah, that's why I think it's the best for offense, because, like, again, I'll show this here, the Ice Crush. It does quite a bit. It is kind of slow, but, and then you can throw ice shards at them and stuff. And you can also, I don't know if it still works in the new version, but you can power it up with another power, and it'll insta-kill them if they're trapped in the ice. So before we get to the best one and the worst one, and then, so this is just an honorable mention. It's Electrokinesis, and it's an honorable mention because technically, yes, it is the best for fighting, but I don't know if it's going to be nerfed or not. Because, so you might want to plug your ears. So first off, you can get high ground like that, and then it has Sonic Scream, which it's very loud. I'm not going to do it for long, but it does not take any stamina up, and you can kill somebody really quickly. Then it also has Soundwave. It flings people. No, I need you to stay here. It flings people very, 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 very far.
But it's easily countered with a stun, though.
Yeah. See that? How far did that send you?
We're in the
Did he just portal back up? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's just why I put it in honorable mentions, because it's probably going to be nerfed in the next update. Plus, it doesn't really have much to it. And then another honorable mention is Pyrokinesis. It's basically the same as Electro, kind of. So we have Fire Punch that does quite a bit, and then Fire Bolt. If you ever watched Lab Rats, it's kind of like that. You can't charge it. It just well, maybe you can. And then it does fire damage as well, which is really good.
Hover over the power, right?
Yeah. Charge up fire, and let it go once it is fully charged in the direction you must. Okay. Fire Stream. So no, I didn't. I mean, I knew you could hold over, but I didn't know it could charge up. So it does a lot of damage. That does a lot. I don't want to kill you. And then it does Fire Surf as well. It's not as fast as Ice. Actually, it might be faster. Yeah, it is faster. Wow, that's really fast. And it is kind of hard to see though if you like having a closer camera. It does not take up much stamina. Fire Slash is pretty cool. It's kind of like a karate kick here. And then Fire Burst, this one has to charge up. This one does an insane amount of damage. It might actually kill him. Come here.
No, I'm good.
Alright, here we go. Letting go now.
Oh.
That didn't do it justice. Like, okay, did that even...
I'm dead.
Okay, he just died from fire damage, and he was all the way over there.
I mean, I did have like half.
True, he just sent your body through a portal. But, yeah, so that's why it's, again, an honorable mention, because I still don't think it's as good as the one I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, so for the best one, I'm going to have to go with Electrokinesis at the moment, until we get some of the new powers, at least. It's almost... Yeah, I think it's the best one. I mean, you'll see why in a minute.
What about like Dimension or
Dimension is really not that good.
Telekinesis or like telepathy, whatever?
They got really nerfed. I'll show you why in a minute. So, Electric Punch, it doesn't do much damage because it's the base level thing.
You can really spam it.
Yeah, you can spam it. It does not have a big cooldown. Electric Shock it got nerfed. But I actually have not used this power yet. I don't think. Okay, that's what it does. So you can charge it, and it yeah. And then Electric Transport. That's how you like zap across the map there.
Charge it as well. I don't know if that actually does.
And you can hit people with it too, and it does damage, I think.
Yeah.
And then Electric Force is just kind of like your Palpatine. Oh, he has the yellow one. So you're kind of like Palpatine. Alright. And then Electric Discharge. Electric Discharge is pretty overpowered, I think.
Yeah, I have a great
Like,
combo.
see, look, that did a lot of damage. So it's I don't know. I think it's the easiest to kill people with. But Farm actually made me think of something, so I'm gonna put this in a tie with Dimension. So I hadn't planned this prior to the video, but I'm gonna put this in a tie with Electro, because one, you can portal across the map. The one thing I don't like about that though is the higher level you get, the longer it stays open. And there were people just continuously following us for like 30 minutes yesterday, and the portal wasn't closing fast enough, so they just kept going through my portal and we couldn't get away. But you can also go up here to the Dimension realm. But it has portal push, so I actually want to show something here. You can push people into the Dimension, and he is now stuck in there. I'll bring you back. Okay, so and then there's Meteor, which is quite powerful. Did that kill you? No, that didn't do anything to you. But then there's Dimensional Power. I called it Dimension Owl Power, but it just got cut off apparently. So it's like super OP. It doesn't take much stamina up at all. Let's just try it on him here. Yeah, it does quite a bit. So that's in tie. Now let's get to the worst power. So for the worst one, I was gonna do something else, but this is like the actual just worst one in the game. There's really no point in you choosing this. This is Aerokinesis. Farm didn't even know what it was. Alright. So, this is Aerokinesis. Air Slash. Air Blast. It's like kind of a ripoff of Electrokinesis.
It's a decent amount of damage.
It did. Air Force. I don't know. Again, like kind of a ripoff of Aereo. It's kind of a ripoff of Aerokinesis. Air Boost. You can charge this up actually. It kind of makes a tornado effect under you. Sadly, can't make tornadoes from this, but then they'll just like shoot you up and damage people around you. And then also Air Glide, which is definitely the worst flying power in the game because you don't actually fly, you literally just glide down. Like on a surfboard, you can't go back up.
Probably glide and then air boost and keep gliding.
Yeah, so he just told me that you can use Air Boost with the glide. So let's wait for this to charge up here. And then Air Glide. Okay, so that's what Air Boost is for. That makes more sense. It does do quite a decent range. No, I can't. You can't do anything else while I'm in the air. I love how one of the powers is called Air Force. All right, Air Force. Yeah, join the U.S. Air Force. But yeah, that's the worst power for sure because it's just kind of useless. I think it has the worst flying power and it doesn't do a lot of damage. It does a bit, but compared to other powers, it doesn't do a lot. I'm also basing these off of level 73 though. Obviously, it's gonna do less damage for if you're a lower level and a little more damage if you're a higher level, and you might even not even have all the powers here. Yeah. That's worst powers, best powers for each category and stuff. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.